Hey folks, I'm back again for another week. This is your favorite Canadian info warrior on the Canuckistanreacts channel, because I'm a Canuck and we're in Canuckistan and we react. So, I've been scouring my subscriptions for good videos to do reactions to because I don't have enough followers yet for you guys to be suggesting videos for me. So I have to do it myself, and this week the only thing I found interesting was Scott again on Kentucky Ballistics. So here we are once again with another Kentucky Ballistics video. You can see the armored car there in the background from last week's video. And before we get started, for those of you who may or may not be familiar with Scott's channel, that is Scott in that wig. And that is a character that he likes to play on the channel for his intros anyway, and that character is Scooter. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I've had to play with my volume here because I recorded a video already and my volume sucked, so hopefully it's a lot better now. So we're going to get right into this here, and off we go.
Little circles, big circles, little circles, big circles, oh, reverse circles.
What are you doing?
I'm warming up. What's it look like I'm doing? I'm shooting the 950 today, aren't I? Can't just go into something like that cold. Almost got him.
Big gun,
almost
you
there.
gotta warm up.
Oh, yeah.
Product placement for Daily Wire.
What is that?
They're smelly salts. Haven't you seen all the big power lifters? They take a big old whiff of this before they lift something heavy. Like your mom.
Oh, that was a good one.
Okay, I guess I'm shooting the 950 today.
Thank you, Mom.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And ever since I posted the 950 JDJ 2 months ago, that is literally all you all can comment about. Scott, when are you going to shoot the 950 again? Scott,
come
shoot
on,
the
you're from
950
Kentucky.
again. Well, guess what? I don't want to shoot the 950 again. It kicks really hard. You're not
I
the
bet
one
it
shooting
does.
it. I am. You know I'm just joking. I am the king of recoil, and I eat recoil for breakfast. The real reason I have been waiting to shoot the 950 again is this. These are what we've been shooting. These are 2,500 grain 950 JDJ brass solids. This right here, though, is what I've been waiting on. This is a 2,600 grain lead hollow point. Needless to say, today we are going to be delivering a lot of energy to some very unfortunate zombie torsos.
Yeah.
If you do not
Either
know
way, that
about
would
the
be a lot of
950
energy,
JDJ,
but-
let me give you a little rundown.
Because the hollow
So
point
there
is
are
gonna
only
deliver more
3
energy to the actual
950
body that it
JDJ
penetrates.
Fat Mac rifles in the
Whereas the
entire
brass
world.
solids, they
This
tend to
is
zip
the
right through
largest
anything.
sporting rifle ever made. It
Largest
has a
sporting rifle
31-inch
ever made,
barrel,
he was just
including
saying.
the muzzle
Only
brake,
3 in
weighs
the world.
50 pounds, and is producing upwards of
I know I'm
300
talking over
pounds
him,
of
so I'm
felt
letting you know
recoil.
what he's saying.
She be kicking! This is a single-shot bolt-action rifle that fires a bullet that measures 0.950 inches in diameter, weighs 2,500 grains, and is going to be traveling at 2,400 feet per second. That means this is going to be producing upwards of 25,000 foot-pounds of energy. This thing makes a 50 BMG look like a 22 plinking rifle.
Yep.
So I have 2 things to say about the first video we filmed with the 950 JDJ Fat Mac. One, I said 950 JDJ way too many times, and I'm going to try really hard this video to cut it at least in half. And the second thing is I shot a lot of targets in that video, but one target I did not shoot and I really wanted to shoot was a steel target. And the reason why is we only had these brass solid rounds. These are meant to penetrate and not deform, and shooting one of these at that is a perfect recipe for a ricochet.
Hey, yep.
A really big ricochet.
Or the possibility of blowing a hole right through your steel target.
But now we have the opportunity to actually smack a piece of steel with the 950 JDJ because we have some 2600 grain lead hollow points. So before we get to blasting zombie torsos, let's blast this piece of steel. But before I dislocate my shoulder for your entertainment, I have something very cool to tell you about. This Saturday, I am going to be doing a meet and greet at the 511 store in Nashville, Tennessee. Right now, 511 is giving you 20% off when you use code 511KYB online or in any of their retail stores. This is valid June 12th through June 30th. Now, you can do your shopping online or in another retail store, or this Saturday, June 15th, you can swing by the 511 store in Nashville, Tennessee between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Meet me and pick up some last-minute Father's Day gifts. Just be sure to use code 511KYB to get 20% off. That is in any retail store or online up until June 30th or this Saturday when you come to meet me. Now, let's go damage my shoulder with the world's largest sporting rifle.
Oh yeah, his shoulder's
Okay.
going to get a workout today.
Let's get this large firearm loaded up
like
with
that
a very
design.
large hollow
I don't know why,
point.
but I just don't
My
like that
gosh.
design. I'd rather have a receiver.
I would not want to be that steel target right
internal
now.
magazine or something
Woo!
like that.
All right, it's time to ride the lightning. Oh, here we go. Oh,
Look how much that
holy
thing
cow!
kicks. It moves back over
Knock
a foot.
that thing over! Oh, holy
That's
cow!
pretty impressive. Flip the target over. Bong.
I shot a steel target with the 4-bore and we snapped the 2x4 in half that was holding the steel
I remember
target.
that video.
Today, I was not using a target that utilized a 2x4. These are all steel and they are leaned forward. They are not meant to fall over. They are actually quite heavy and it's very hard to get one of these things to actually tip over. I've never seen it happen before. But
Yeah,
when we hit
part of
this
the reason they
with
lean
the
forward, though, is
950
also to
JDJ
catch,
Fat Max with
ricochets
a
and force it into the ground
2,600
rather
grain
than
lead
all
bullet,
over the place.
it was like this thing was hit by an NFL linebacker. Look at this splatter. This is nuts. This is such a big area of damage, and this thing hit the ground really hard. Like, we tore up a lot of dirt. I was really hoping that we could find some of the bullet, but I don't think that's going to happen. It looks like it all just disintegrated. But
Yeah,
the one thing
probably.
that did not disintegrate was the energy. I mean, that is some real big bore energy. First table throw at the new range. Oh, dang it! It's okay, I'm more of a point blank guy anyway.
Scott's beating on his giant coffee.
Ah! So if you're gonna use the world's largest sporting rifle and shoot some zombie torsos, I feel like you need more than one. So today, we don't have one, but two Ballistic Dummy Labs zombie torsos. That was a really good slap. If you've never seen these before, they have lifelike flesh, bones, organs, and have been zombified with green blood. I've shot these with just about everything, but one thing we have not shot them with is a 950. And now we are gonna blast both of these things. What I'm thinking is, first we use the brass solid and we see if we can make it through both of them.
Oh, I'm
and
betting
then
it zips
whichever
right
one
through
is
both of them.
fresher will get moved to the front and we're gonna hit it with the lead hollow point. And after seeing what it did to that steel target, I am very excited to see what our results are gonna be.
Yeah, I'm betting it zips right through both of them. Probably buries itself in the berm like last week, going right through both doors on the armored car and both seats. Oh yeah, hit the berm.
Oh!
That thing kicks back like a foot. Whoa! Zipped right through the first one and cut the second one in half. And that was the brass solid. Wait till we get the hollow point. Wow.
It doesn't look like there's much left of those zombie torsos. Also not much left of my shoulder. Okay, well, I may have needed more than 2 zombie torsos. Looks like zombie number 2 got it worse than zombie number 1.
Yeah,
I've actually never seen it happen like this before. So we have a giant hole right here, and I want to add that the 950 JDJ is sighted in quite well. It is dead on. That is exactly where I was aiming. And then we have,
unlike Matt, who doesn't bother
pretty
sighting
big
in
hole
his
out the
weapons.
back. Now here, we literally knocked this thing in half. I've never seen this happen before. I've seen some really big energy transfers, but typically it takes a few shots from something to do this. I've never seen one just get knocked in half right off the bat. So, guessing we hit somewhere in here.
Yeah, it's
and
a lot of energy.
oh my
to
gosh.
that second one, so.
Yeah, that's just, there's just nothing left.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
That's insane. I'm not really, maybe it's that hole. That's a pretty big hole. Wow, that is quite the crater. Holy cow.
Yeah, that's definitely not the hole
really
from last week, because he dug it out really
now
well.
it's
He
time to
probably
hit
filled
what's
it in
left
too.
of those zombie torsos with the 2,600 grain 950 JDJ hollow point. I'm actually kind of sad because I thought the brass solid would zip through both and then we'd still have plenty of zombie for this shot, but it looks like we're only gonna have 1 zombie. And here soon, we're gonna have no zombies.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
That's going to make short work of the last zombie.
Oh! Wow! I don't know who felt that more, Mr. Zombie or me. Sinuses are all kinds of cleared out right now.
See, I told you that hollow point would do more damage. Just shredded it. Just ripped it apart. See where it hits the berm there. Went right through, but it delivered a lot of energy when it hit.
So I'm going to go ahead and say that the 950 JDJ Fat Mac is the most destructive firearm I've had on the channel. I have never seen 2 torsos get this torn apart in just 2 shots.
Yeah.
And that lead round
And I've
is
been following
really
Scott for
doing a lot of
several
damage.
years now
It
on
completely
YouTube, and I've seen him
destroyed
shoot
this zombie torso
just
and then
about everything he
continued on
has into
the
zombie
berm.
torsos, and it never
I'm going
shredded
to
them
try
like
to
this.
flip this over. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's a lot of damage.
Yep.
A little unfortunate too because these things are not cheap,
No, I
and
wouldn't
neither
imagine
is
they
950 JDJ ammunition. So if you would like to support the channel and see more awesome videos like this, be sure and check out my clothing.
What he
There's a
says.
link in the description down below. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. I really don't want to dig or put my hand here.
I'm going to put a link to
because
Scott's
of
YouTube
this
channel
guy.
in my
Look
description,
at that
and
thing.
on his video you
I
can
need to
find
load
the
up
link
another
to
round.
his
It even has an
merch.
egg sack. Ow!
Ooh,
Ow! That is
Get
what
that
is in
away
my
from me.
nightmares. Tarantulas and eggplants.
it wasn't a tarantula. That was an
Oh,
erectus, though.
gosh. Okay. We got 2 zombie heads that are still good. So I say we set these things up and we take one more shot. What do you think? Please stop. Let's try the lightning one more time. Okay. Here we go.
Saw it hit the berm again.
Oh, I think I may have just nicked them.
I don't know about nicking. Let's see. Oh, kind of a nick, but I mean, it blew both of their brains out. Oh yeah. Not exactly a nick. He was probably about an inch down from the top of the skull, maybe a little more
So
than
I
that.
may have
But enough
just
to blow their
nicked
brains
those zombie heads, but that still did a lot of damage. I believe this is contestant number 1. And number 2, well, number 2 is a lot
Not much
worse
left
off.
to him.
So what I've learned today is the 950 JDJ Fat Mac is delivering a tremendous amount of energy to your target and also to your shoulder. Well, I think that's gonna conclude today's video. I missed my
Cheap
target.
ass cinder
I know
blocks.
after today's video, you are not gonna be satisfied. You wanna see more 950. Well, let me know what you wanna see me blast with it next in the comment section down below. Yeah! Oh, no! No!
Cheap ass cinder blocks. That's a pretty good chimp impression too.
Sometimes you just gotta go point blank. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure and give it a like and hit that subscribe button. Also be sure and follow me on all social media platforms. There's links to those in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt.
So check out his channel in the link down
And as
below,
always,
or in the
my name
description
is
down
Scott.
below.
Thank you so much for watching
go check out
Kentucky
his links
Ballistics.
as well.
I'll
Some
see you
more
next time.
And that will conclude another week of Canuckistan Reacts. I had to think about that for a second. I'm not quite used to it yet. I've only been doing it for 2 weekends in a row now. But yes, another week of Canuckistan Reacts with your host, Canadian Info Warrior. And we shall see you next week. I'll get that off my screen. Okay, yeah, we'll see you next week.